How do you feel? Do you think we choose how we feel? Because I think we do. And the reason is like we have full control of what we're saying and what we're thinking about, don't we? Because I think so. And what I was figured out, like the true, without going too deep into it on this subject, but like the true essence of life is all about like the emotion that we feel, right? So like how we feel, but also how we make others feel. So uh, I'm sure you've all been in a situation like, for example, you make somebody else laugh, so you make them feel a certain way, usually happy or joy or something like that. And that makes you feel good as well, that you are able to say, do something, or bring something to light that makes them laugh and feel a certain way. And they feel good. Or like, we just had Christmas. Hey, what about presents? If you manage to get a present where you genuinely that made the other person feel good, then you get a kick. I'm sure that's why we all do it. That's why we all give these gifts. It doesn't have to be like a physical present. These gifts that we can just make someone feel a certain way. So what is it that we can help ourselves to choose the way we feel? I mean, the first thing, and I know for sure, good man Tony Robbins, that I'm sure you all know, he says that when you choose to focus on something, that is what determines what you're gonna feel. Because like, how many times have you recalled on a memory, or someone starts talking about where they come from, like a village, or talking about their sister, something bad happened. Like, you start then to focus on a time that you recall or you can relate to, and that is then deciding the way you feel. Then what you start to do is attach like meaning and then language, like labels to it. So labels are awesome because they help us learn, and we'll find out more about this stuff like when we start going into some of the sales things on some of the episodes that we're going to go into. But like labels, like for example, let's say you're holding a baby. It's a good example because I'm sure everyone can relate to this, whether it's been their own baby or someone else's baby, and you choose words. You're like, "Ah." As soon as you do that, I guarantee you can't feel angry, upset, or anything other than just pure joy in that moment, because you're choosing to focus and use like that label of the cute or nice or beautiful or just grateful for somebody looking at like a baby so innocent, enjoying, just being there, being alive, looking into their eyes. So if that can be so simple, then what we've got to realize is, what are we doing to ourselves when we use other words that make us feel a certain way that we don't like? Now, I wasn't going to use examples like angry or like frustrated or anything like that, because I'll tell you something, sometimes people associate being in control with like having anger or like frustration. I know if I'm frustrated or I'm angry or I get myself wound up, then I'm in total control because nobody can beat me. And if I'm more angry than that person, then they're going to be intimidated. Like, they might associate that. So it's not like they don't want to feel like that, but I'm talking about like feelings that you don't like, that you don't want to feel. All you have to do is figure out, hey, listen, what am I focusing on? So, for example, either your partner or close friend, someone is out and they're supposed to come back at a certain time, or you've sent a text message and they haven't replied to you. What it is that, like, how you're going to feel is determines what you're going to focus on, what label you give it. So if, for example, you're thinking, I know that person's checked their phone and I'm focusing on that they're ignoring me, and for some reason they don't like me, or maybe what I said is upset, then that's going to make you all anxious. Well, if you focus on and label the things as, obviously it's busy, or maybe they're with family, or they'll get back to me when they see it. I'm sure I trust this person to get back to me as soon as they see it. You see, I totally, everything changes, your whole perspective changes. Now, you've got to find for yourself, in what scenarios are you labeling like the meaning of the situation and choosing to focus on. Like, you can choose to go one of two ways. Either it's going to be something that you don't like, or it's going to be something that you do like. I suppose you could have a neutral feeling about it, but genuinely or generally, it's going to be something that makes you feel in a way you don't like, or it's going to make you feel something that you do like. And it was funny, I was speaking to someone today, and they said, I don't know what I want, but I definitely know what I don't want. Now, what are you focusing on there? Because you damn sure ain't focusing on what you do want, and whatever you focus on, you're going to get. Whatever you give out, like whatever your attitude, your focus, the language you use, whatever you're giving out, that's what you're going to get back. You know, a mentor of mine, Blair Singer, he says, like, if you want to receive love, what do you give? Love. Now, if you want to receive hugs, what do you give? Hugs. If you want to receive a punch in the face, what do you give? A punch in the face. You know, whatever you give out, you give back. So hopefully that all ties it all together. And I love sharing these things with you. I know you're out there. I know you're watching. But if there are any questions or any comments, please do like and share. And we'll see you all again soon.